Having wrong information and giving wrong information about Afghanistan is one of the reasons why we are stuck in Afghanistan for the last 17 years. This is Fox News. Please listen to this expert about Afghanistan.
This is a Fox News alert. The death toll rising following that Taliban attack in Kabul yesterday. At least 103 killed and more than 230 wounded when the terrorists drove an ambulance filled with explosives through a security checkpoint.
Our next guest points to Pakistan as a key player in the bloodshed. Gary Bernsen is a retired CIA station chief. He joins us now to explain. Gary, explain to our viewers, a bomb goes off in a secure area in Kabul, and ultimately where people are, obviously you've got the folks responsible for that, but people are pointing across the border to Pakistan to say, we don't fix this until we address that. What do you say to that?
Good morning, Pete.
Good morning.
Part of the problem, of course, a larger part of the problem is that Afghanistan has been dragged into the larger conflict between India and Pakistan. Since partition in 1947, India and Pakistan have been at each other's throats because Pakistan was trying to seize Kashmir. Between India and Pakistan, there's a border, but they don't call it a border. They call it the line of actual control. That's where their military forces are. So everything Pakistan does is in the context of its struggle with India. So they've looked at Afghanistan, Pakistan has, for strategic depth. They want to control all of Afghanistan because their fear is if the Indians invade Pakistan, they want to be able to fall back into Afghanistan. Then that was the reason that Pakistan created the Taliban in the 1990s.
Absolutely wrong. That is not the reason why the Pakistan is in Afghanistan. This is the real reason. And this guy is an ISI agent.
You see, one thing that you need to understand is that Pakistan, since 1975, since even before pre-Soviet invasion days, ISI has been very active in Afghanistan. The entire Soviet, anti-Soviet resistance was built, created, orchestrated, managed, led by ISI. The fact is that ISI, Afghanistan has historically remained an integral part of Pakistan. Why I'm saying this? Not geopolitically, even geoeconomically, geoculturally. We speak the same language. The Pashtuns live on this side, Pashtun this side. Pakistani currency is accepted as a normal currency in Afghanistan. The entire agriculture equipment, the implant, the seeds, the books, everything that we have in Afghanistan goes from Pakistan. So, whether we like it or not, Pakistan has a very strong stake in Afghanistan. And this stake has never been ignored by the Pakistani security establishment. Saying that ISI is involved or meddling in Afghanistan is a ridiculous statement in the sense that ISI has a strategic stake, Pakistan has a strategic stake, and we have always been in contact because of the Pashtun tribes that live on both sides of the border, and Taliban are Pashtuns. ISI does not have any strong contacts in Tajiks, Uzbeks and Hazaras. The fact, because those communities don't exist in Pakistan in terms of Pakistani nationalities. Number two is the control of global fuel assets, which are strategically located in this region. Number three is the control of global trading routes and waterways like Gulf of Hormuz, like Malacca Straits, like Suez, and all these regions. Number four is destruction of the concept of political Islam. And number five is containment of Russia. Number six, containment of China. All these strategic objectives can only be achieved by coming into Afghanistan, the heartland of the Muslim Central Asia. You see, the point is that Pakistan is already very concerned at Indian presence in Afghanistan. And Pakistan under no circumstances would allow Indians to be there. The point is that what the Americans are trying to do now is, Americans have not gone into Afghanistan for lithium. We have said these grand strategic objectives were different. These are the fringe benefits. It's not just lithium. The Panjshir Valley is full of emeralds. The Shibargan is full of gas. There are oil and gas reserves which are phenomenal in this region. Cobalt and lapis. The entire Badakhshan province is loaded with lapis lazuli. So it's not just lithium, which have just made a headline. But the point is that Afghanistan is a treasure gold mine worth trillions of dollars in any case. So point is, Pakistan will have to take the destiny in its own hand. We destroyed the Soviet Union. We have the capability to defeat and bury the Americans in Afghanistan. And Americans know this. Why? Because their supply line goes through Pakistan. And bury the Americans in Afghanistan. And Americans know this. Why? Because their supply line goes through Pakistan. And the very simple fact that now there's a conflict between the American armed forces and their political leadership. We see that it's boiling out now in the public. The laundry is now out. And the Soviet prisoners that we caught, we interrogated them. And the frustration that they had was, we didn't know, they said, we didn't know when the war would finish. We didn't know what we were doing here. You see, this is the biggest lethal poison for a soldier, that he doesn't know what he's doing in a battlefield. He's getting killed, but has no objective in mind. This syndrome is now affecting the US Army now heavily. They've been in the battlefield for 10 years. They have no end in sight. They have no objective defined. They have got frustration and desperation level. The suicide rate is higher than the number of troops being killed in the battlefield. So the perception, now the strong feeling that is being developed in the Pakistani security establishment is, it's Americans' war, let them handle it. If we go in, we'll mop it, clean it our way.